Hey guys, Sak here from sakitech, and in today's video, what we have here is we have the Samsung Galaxy S26 Plus. In this video, we're going to be unboxing this and doing a detailed initial review. So let's dive in and get started right away, and we'll see if you should buy this one or go with the S26 Ultra. Now, I do want to let you know that this product is $1,100. To unbox it, you simply lift up the box, put it to the side, and there we have it. And this one happens to be in gorgeous white color, as you can see. I do believe at the end of the day, the white color is one of the best colors available on these smartphones. So let's lift this up and put it to the side for 1 second and see what else is in the box. And I do want to quickly mention that there are actually 4 colors available. We have a cobalt violet, we have a sky blue, we have a white, and we have a black color available. And they do have 2 online exclusive colors available as well, which is silver shadow, pink, gold, and the links to those colors is going to be down below. And again, the phone starts at $1,099 for the 256 gigabyte model, and the links to the lowest pricing, the best incentives, and the highest trade-in values is going to be down below. But let's continue. So in this box, there's another box. Let's see what's inside. That's this guy right here. And as usual, we have a little SIM ejector tool. We have a USB Type-C cable. And we have a quick start guide with terms and conditions. Nothing fancy. Let's move on and inspect this product in detail. Alright, so let's talk about the build quality. Now, this is going to be a premium build quality. On the back, you have a nice matte finish in any color that you get. And this is all Gorilla Glass Victus 2. And I'm going to bring in the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. That is also Gorilla Glass Victus 2. So it's the same build quality. And also on the sides, it's all going to be Armor Aluminum 2. Okay? This is the same. I think it's slightly better. It might be enhanced Armor Aluminum, but that is still Armor Aluminum 2. It's a high-end build quality. Neither one is titanium. And I do want to mention that the front glass on the S26 Plus is also Gorilla Glass Victus 2, but the S26 Ultra is Gorilla Glass Armor 2. That is a difference. The Armor 2 has the anti-reflective properties. The Victus 2 doesn't have it, but it is equally tough and resistant to damage. And for anybody that's wondering, that's going to be the size difference, as you can see. Not a huge difference, to be honest, but just a quick tour. You can see we have the buttons on the side. At the bottom, we've got the USB Type-C in the middle. We've got the SIM card tray. We've got some speakers. On this side, it is all nice and clean, smooth, matte. On the top, we got a couple microphones, and that is what you can see around the device. And real quick with the cameras, over here, what we have is we have a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. Over here, we have the 50 megapixel main camera. And then over here, we have a 10 megapixel telephoto camera that's going to have 3 times optical zoom. Now, as a comparison, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is going to have 4 cameras. So we have a 50 megapixel ultra wide, 200 megapixel main, a 50 megapixel telephoto that has 5x optical zoom, and a 10 megapixel right over here that has 3x optical zoom. So if you're looking for the best camera setup, you do want to consider the S26 Ultra, but these cameras are no joke. They do take crisp, clear shots. But anyway, let's move on, turn this thing on, and see what else features it has, and look at all the core specs, the display, the battery, and more. Alright, so when you first turn this on, you're going to get the welcome screen. That's going to be One UI 8.5, and you tap on Start, and the setup process is very, very simple. I do want to show you something really quickly. Just agree to the terms that are not optional. Tap on Agree. And basically, if you have a Samsung Galaxy device already, or any other device, you can start the setup process right from here, or you can do it manually. And also, if I had my Samsung phone next to me, I would see this pop up right here. It says set up the S26 Plus using my other Samsung phone. So I would just tap on Setup, and it's going to connect to this phone. It takes a couple seconds, and it's going to ask me to scan the QR code. Let's just do that right now. Okay, so once that happens, it says verify. You put your PIN number that's on this phone, and that's going to verify and start the process. So I just did that. It's going to do its thing. We're going to go to the home screen. Let's dive right in. All right, so here we are on the home screen. Let's quickly talk about the display. So let's go to the settings real quick. I'm going to go over to my display, And the core specs, we have a 6.7-inch display. That is a pretty large display. It's a Quad HD Plus resolution, just like the S26 Ultra. And if I scroll over here, the motion smoothness, the refresh rate is either 60 Hz if you want 60, or you can do the adaptive 120, which is the way to go. So again, that's the same as the S26 Ultra. And of course, we have a peak brightness of 2600 nits. Now, I am going to bring in the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra in here quickly. I want to talk about something very important, and that is the screen quality. Now, both of these phones have a powerful feature known as Pro Scaler, okay? So when you go to screen resolution, when you buy these phones, they might come preset to Full High Definition Plus. So as soon as you switch to QHD Plus on both of these phones, you're also enabling a powerful feature known as Pro Scaler that basically makes your phone ultra sharp. It is basically an AI-powered display enhancement technology that makes the images and videos look more lifelike, vivid, and sharper. And again, you activate that by going to the screen resolution and choosing QHD+. It does deactivate at the lower resolutions, just so you know. Okay, so that's one thing, and that's good. And they both have 10-bit color. That is an upgrade from the S25 Ultra, S25 Plus. These are now 10-bit displays. Basically, the 8-bit display gives you 16.17 million colors. The 10-bit display gives you 1 billion plus colors. So when you're looking at ultra high quality videos and images, you're not going to see any banding. You're not going to see any gradients. It's just going to be a smoother display overall compared to the last generation. The only other thing with the display is the S26 Plus does not have the privacy display feature. So this is one of the most popular features on the S26 Ultra. If you want this feature for privacy, you want to buy the S26 Ultra. The Plus doesn't have it. Let me show you what that is. So when I turn this on, you can see not much happened. But if I twist the phone like this, it actually gives you that privacy display. So if somebody's standing next to you or even staring at it from the above, they're not going to see the contents of your display, okay? It covers all angles. This phone does not have that feature. And also, you can enable maximum protection for even more powerful privacy display. Okay, so look at the difference. So I'm going to twist this, goes all black. This one, anybody can see what's in your display from the sides. As you can see, this one, it just goes black. So that's a huge difference. So for the most part, the display quality is the same. The only thing is the S26 Ultra has the privacy display feature. And like we mentioned earlier, the S26 Ultra has slight display anti-reflective coating, okay? So you can see the glare from the light is less on this one. It is going to be a little bit more on this one, okay? So you can see the difference. That's less glare. This is more glare. So it is going to be easier to see this display in broad daylight even when you have sun in the background because of that anti-reflective coating. So that's one of the huge differences with the display. Regardless, this thing has excellent visibility in daytime conditions because it has such a high peak brightness. All right, now let's move on and talk about the performance. Before that though, I do want to show you something. I'm going to pinch the screen. I'm going to go to the wallpaper and style, tap on change wallpapers. And basically you have these variable wallpapers. So if I tap on next, these are the stock wallpapers. You have these 6 different colors that can match the color of the phone that you buy. So if you have a black one, you go with this one. If you buy the sky blue, you get this one. That's for the white. And then the 2 exclusive colors, the pink gold and the gray. Just so you know, let's keep it on the pink gold. And then let's go to the performance. Go to the settings. I'm going to go down over here. And the good news with the performance, guys, is it is the same as the S26 Ultra. We have the latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 processor. And we also have the ability to get this in 256 gigabyte of storage or 512 gigabytes of storage. Now on the S26 Ultra, you can go up to 1 terabytes of storage. Just so you know, we don't have that option here. Additionally, when it comes to RAM, this one comes with 12 gigabytes of RAM standard for any storage model. Again, with the S26 Ultra, you can go up to 16 gigabytes of RAM if you buy the 1 terabyte model. Otherwise, this is also 12 gigabytes of RAM. But the overall performance, regardless, is going to be pretty much identical. It's the same performance all around, no question, same chipset and all that stuff. Now let's talk about the battery real quick. So we do have a really massive battery in this guy. So basically the S26 Ultra has a battery capacity of 5,000 milliamp hours. This guy has a 4,900 milliamp hours battery. Because the screen is slightly smaller, it's going to basically yield the same amount of battery life as on the S26 Ultra, which is going to be incredible. If you want a battery that lasts a long time, this is also a very good option to consider. On top of the battery, we have some improvements to charging speeds. So this guy has fast charging, which is now 45 watts of fast charging. The S26 Ultra sits at 60 watts. The wireless charging on this guy has been upgraded to 20 watts. The S26 Ultra is 25 watts. So slightly lower fast charging, but still quite fast. For example, if you charge this for 30 minutes after the battery dies, in 30 minutes you can get approximately 60 to 65% of battery. So that's the battery, and of course, we do have the wireless power sharing feature, which allows you to charge other devices on the back of this product. And then I want to talk about the software. The software, again, is exactly the same as the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. We have One UI 8.5, which is right over here, as you can see, with Android 16. We have all the latest AI features available on all smartphones. So here's the Galaxy AI. You can see we have the brand new Now Nudge feature that is exclusive to the S26 series. It is a pretty interesting feature. You can pause and read the details, as you can see right over here. And if I do go back, we also have this brand new feature known as, let's pull this in, and it's going to be right here. It's going to be Creative Studio. Okay, so you can use this to generate art. You can use this to generate stickers. You can create invitations, like a birthday invitation. You can do this on your phone for free, and then you can send that to your buddies. You have the greeting card creation tools. This is the Design Studio. You can make profile cards and you can make wallpapers, same as the S26 Ultra. The only difference is with the S26 Ultra, you have the S Pen right here at the bottom. So that gives you a little bit more in terms of being able to draw precisely what you want, or even take notes with the pen instead of using your finger for everything, okay? So this is going to have the S Pen for precision, note-taking, drawing, and even phone navigation if you want. But this one does not have the S Pen. So that's another thing that the S26 Ultra has, but the software capabilities are almost identical. Just to give you guys a quick example here, let's just go to create a greeting card, or let's do an invitation. So let's say it's the birthday of your son. So over here you can say, I just typed in make a card for my son's birthday. He likes green colors and cars. And then what I can do is I can select the date the invitation is going to be for. Let's just say 6th on the Friday. And then I can also choose a style. Let's just say soft illustration. Okay, and you tap on generate, and that's going to make an invitation, and you can share that with all your contacts, and it's just going to save you money. You don't have to pay anybody. It's right there on your computer, and you can see that's one option. If you don't like it, you can swipe over and you can say generate one more, and you can keep doing it till you find the one that you want, or you can keep making modifications. Here's a different option, and again, at the bottom here, if you want to add text, you can say add a certain text. So if I type in add text, everyone invited, it's going to be added to that photo. There we go, and again, you keep playing with this until you get what you want. Another exclusive new AI feature I can show you guys, if I go to my gallery, here's a selfie photo. Now if I tap on the AI icon right here, I get all these options, and look at the things I can do over here. So I can say create, and then over here I can say change the hair color to black, and look at what happens. I'm going to tap on generate, and within a few seconds, look at the change, and it's going to be very, very realistic. You can make changes to your photos in a realistic fashion using AI. I can even tell the AI to change the, look at that, it just changed the hair to black. I can also tell to change the sky to a cloudy day. So you can do so much with the AI tools built in. Now there is a camera feature that's only available on this one. I'm going to show that to you. It's not going to be that important for most consumers, but I'll show that to you anyway. So if I launch the cameras and if I go to my settings, let me just go to my settings right here and here. And if I go into my video recording formats, if you're somebody that wants to buy these phones for professional grade video recording, this one might be a better option because it has the APV professional video capture codec. So if I tap on this one, this allows you to capture cinematic quality videos with this specialized codec right here. This one is not going to have it, but I do want to let you know this is not a joke. Like as an example, when you record a 1-minute video with this codec, it takes 1.5 gigabytes of space. So it really is a pro-grade tool. You record it on the phone, then you transfer it to a video editing software, and then you edit that professionally, and then you can deliver the final product to your client, or you can upload that to YouTube or whatever. But again, this one is not going to have it, all right? And honestly, it makes sense because this phone also doesn't have the same pro-grade camera system that we have on the S26 Ultra. So again, look, if you're a camera guy, you might want to consider the S26 Ultra for maximum capability. All right, so that is our initial detailed review of the S26 Plus. Should you get this over the S26 Ultra, basically all you want to look at is, do you want the S Pen? Do you want the pro-grade camera system? Do you want the privacy glass? If you don't need any of those guys, you can get this one, no problem. It's going to be $200 cheaper. Same performance. It does have excellent cameras. It's got all the software features you can ask for, and it's a beautiful, well-built device. And again, you'll save $200 at the loss of a couple features. You can decide whether that's worth it for you or not. But again, if you want to buy any one of these products, the links are going to be down below with the lowest pricing, best incentives, and maximum trade-in values for your old phone. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Drop them down below. Let me know. For now, guys, have a fantastic day.